So it's time to take a look at the new VIDAR platoon or VIDAR platoon. I probably butchered the name of this vehicle both times, but it is a big artillery, has a very big 155 millimeter main gun, or was it 152? We're about to find out, but in any case, this is definitely a very good looking vehicle, and since it is a artillery, I expect that it will only have high explosive and HEVT shells. It is a 155mm. Okay, so a pretty big boomstick we're talking about here should have a lot of high explosive. It is fairly fast, a very good reverse speed, 5 crew members, 6-second reload. It has a autoloader and a kind of slow turret rotation speed, but it is acceptable. A fairly thin hull, but surprisingly survivable. I've been taking some good hits with this, I was still alive. However, high explosive shells will definitely one-shot this vehicle. After all, it does have thin armor, and high explosive just loves thin armor. But yeah, very excited to see how this monster will work. I mean, it has a huge gun, and yeah, definitely don't want to be at the receiving end of the high explosive shell coming from this thing. But let's jump in and let's see how this thing will play. Now, kind of reminds me on the Object 120. Has the same, I guess, design principle. Big turret at the back, engine at the front, big gun in the turret, which is interesting. But yeah, the turret rotation speed, as you can see, it is slow, and we have a Tiger too. Now obviously I am not going to be able to penetrate the frontal armor on a Tiger with high explosive, so with this vehicle you will have to aim at weak spots. Obviously you will be able to destroy the medium tanks, the light, the armor vehicles by a direct hit. But when you want to destroy the more heavily armored vehicles, you have to aim at the weak spots, just like that. That shell landed at the rooftop of the turret, and that was enough to destroy the vehicle, medium tank. If you shoot between the turret and the hull on some vehicles, it will also destroy the enemy vehicle in one hit, so definitely have to aim accurately, despite having a huge gun and high explosive. If it had hash, it would definitely work a little bit differently, but obviously this is not hash, this is classic high explosive, so the mechanics are slightly different. But should still be a very interesting vehicle to play around with, and that's one bombed Yak Tiger, second bombed vehicle, third bombed vehicle, fourth bombed vehicle, quad multi-strike, lovely. That was kind of funny. Now how do you play this thing? Well, obviously you can't just run around with a huge vehicle like this. This is a fairly big artillery piece, it's huge. A very easy target for bombs, very easy target for ATGM boxes, very easy target for practically anything. That was a good hit, side of the turret, and that was pretty much enough to destroy the Panther. So, basically it should be used as a sniper and a support vehicle. After all, you don't have a PFSDS, you don't have hash, you don't have any heat, you only have high explosive and close proximity high explosive shells for aircraft. I haven't used the close proximity shells at all, I only use high explosive. That's pretty much the only thing I need on this vehicle. You have two high explosive shells with slightly different penetrating power and I believe slightly different amounts of high explosive of TNT. But I use both, you know, just to see how both shells perform. Both are high explosive shells, so you can expect about the same performance out of the shells. It can penetrate up to 61mm of armor, and the second one penetrates up to 55mm of armor, which honestly for a huge gun like this is enough. You are only going to be aiming for weak spots with this vehicle, so That should be the main thing to aim for with this huge gun. How many artilleries do we have in the game? I think we have 3, I just can't remember the name of the third one. There is the VIDAR or VIDAR, or whatever the name is being spelled. You have the AUF-1 artillery baguette, and I'm fairly sure there's a third one that I miss somehow. I'm fairly sure there's 3 of them because I remember talking about a second artillery back when it was released. Honestly, cannot remember the name of it at the moment. But yeah, I think this might be my favorite one so far. I don't know, I just like to drive all these unique vehicles. So initial experience with this huge artillery, it's pretty good. It's fairly decent, and honestly quite enjoyable to use it. I mean, the AUF-1 is also quite enjoyable to use, don't get me wrong. It's just, I think the AUF-1 has same caliber or 152mm, I forgot, but all these artillery vehicles have roughly about the same main gun caliber. 122, 125, 152 or 155 usually, that's what we see. Some have more. You also do have some odd calibers out there, but this thing is 155, and that's a huge gun for sure. Oh my god, yeah. Don't want this thing looking at me, that's for sure. That's a huge opening there. And it can raise the gun all the way up. After all, it is a artillery, so technically you should have some pretty crazy range with it. Yeah, all the way up. There we go. That's a huge gun. I love it. A very excited vehicle at this moment, that's for sure. Not bad. 10 destroyed. 10 destroyed tanks, I'll take it. Not bad. Let's go to the next battle. So, usually, as I mentioned before, this is going to be a sniper. However, you can definitely go a bit closer if you like. I mean, there's a lot of different playstyles that you can choose from. I just prefer to play all of these different vehicles as snipers. After all, no armor, huge turret, huge hull. Yeah, very easy to hit, and even a single scratch of a high explosive shell is going to be enough to destroy this vehicle. After all, have to remember it has practically no armor. I don't mind vehicles with no armor. Oh look, yeah, that's a T-54 and a Leopard 1, that's a good hit. You can just aim at the turrets of the T-54 and similar vehicles, and the sheer amount of explosive will be enough to wreck the vehicle. And I was a bit too fast there. Could have destroyed the other vehicle, but yeah, I was a bit too fast. Anyway, this position is not really the best, but at this moment I don't really have a choice, do I? Rooftop, and you overpressure quite easily with this huge gun. AUF-1 artillery baguette, and boom, there goes the baguette right in the ammo storage. Even if I did miss the ammo storage, the baguette would still be blown up to pieces. After all, has no armor, exactly as this thing has no armor. Honestly, I do feel very vulnerable being this close to the enemy tanks with such a huge vehicle. If I had different ammo, if this thing had AP ammo by any chance, I would definitely feel a lot less vulnerable, since with the AP ammo you can quite easily penetrate everything. With this caliber you could be able to punch through literally every single armor in the game here. That's the thing about AP. You definitely feel a lot safer with AP ammo in the vehicle. With high explosive, if you miss, it's game over. So you really have to be accurate with your shots. Now, one thing also to keep in mind and talk about artillery. Not this artillery, but the artillery that you can spawn on that you can call on the enemy tank. Close proximity artillery can and will be lethal for this vehicle. Frol has no armor. And that was a bad hit. I hit the gun mantlet. It's not going to do any damage there. I have to aim for the top. I have to aim for the commander if I want to destroy the T10A or T10M. The weak spot is pretty much on top of the vehicle. And they fired. And shoot top of the vehicle. There we go. Beautiful. Honestly, definitely a lot more exciting to use this vehicle compared to some other vehicles with AP, since you have to aim for the weak spot if you want to destroy the vehicle. With this, just, aim for the weak spots and, boom. And the vehicle is destroyed. Okay, now I need to repair. I really need to repair. This thing is quite damaged. And someone is spamming artillery on my position, the usual. Maybe I did find a bad position to repair. Yep, I did. Wrong position and wrong place to shoot the chunk. You shoot the chunk at the top, right here. But I missed, and now I'm dead, as expected. Oh well, I mean, so far, honestly, a very fun vehicle to use, to be honest. And oh my god, we have a rat as well. Cannot wait to drive this vehicle. Oh my god, it has... Yo, this is going to be... I think this might be my favorite vehicle of the platoon already. A rat with 2 rocket launchers, or I think they should be rockets actually. Rockets or heat shells, in any case. I cannot wait to drive this little vehicle. It looks fun, it probably is fun. That was a very short-lived bomber run, as expected, since no support from team. And there is no aiming assistance with this vehicle. I love that. I think it will be pretty OP, pretty broken if it had aim assistance, since I think I know what this vehicle will shoot. And yeah, that with aiming assist would be broken. Yep, that's exactly what I thought. It's shooting rockets. 81mm rockets, I believe. Forgot the caliber of the weapon. Rat destroyed. Oh my god, that's going to be so fun to use. I think it's gonna be one of my favorite vehicles of this platoon already. I also love how it refused to just detonate the ammo, even though I hit the ammo like 5 times, but that's just my luck. Well then, a win and a fail. In any case, the VIDAR is actually a very interesting artillery. I love it, and very enjoyable to use. If you prefer and if you like to drive vehicles like that, you will definitely enjoy this new premium artillery. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe. And as always, I'll see you next time.